There are so many Gen 1 Pokemon in this deck, I almost want to do the Poke Rap.
Okay guys, we gotta wrap some Pokemon.
No, I will not do the Poke Rap on this channel. However, I will tell you about this awesome deck you're about to see. This has 3 different status conditions. Now the first one is Hypno with the Sleep Pendulum ability. Now, you get to flip a coin once per turn. This can stack if you have 2 Hypno in play. If you do hit heads, your opponent's Pokemon is asleep. Now, we also have our Tentacruel here. Now, Tentacruel is a heavy hitter. It has a 2 energy attack. It does 50, and it poisons our opponent's Pokemon. Poison's really good for going in and out. We basically think about this as hitting 60 damage for the first turn at least, and setting us up for later KOs. Now, what else we have here is Articuno, and Articuno can hit for 60 damage, and you can flip a coin and see if you paralyze your opponent's Pokemon. So there's so many different ways that we can lock our opponent's Pokemon up and just hit into them turn after turn. You're going to want to stick around for all the action. This deck has so many coin flips. It's a roller coaster ride. Make sure that you're leaving a like if you like the video like this. Comment down below on what deck you like to see next, or if you've tried this deck yourself. And also make sure you're subscribing to the channel for more deck profiles and TCG Pocket news just like this. So let's hop into it. Let's get on the ladder and try this deck out and see if it actually works. Okay, we found another opponent. We're going to queue into this match on the ladder, see exactly what we're playing up against, try to dominate our opponent with all of our Pokemon with the status conditions. I haven't played too many games of this deck yet, but it seems super fun, so I want to give it a go here. We do start with not much in our hand. We've got a ton of supporters though. No draw. Okay, we're playing a meta deck. All right, seems pretty on par with the ladder here. So we draw into our Articuno. Let's try to, maybe we could go for the trifecta. Okay, so we got double Tentacruel. No Tentacruel. We got Articuno. We'll put that down. Let's try to Misty's to it. Okay. Oh! 1, 2. Oh, so close. If we got 3, then we could have attacked and tried to paralyze. But I think right now, let's just slap them. We're just slapping them. Slapping them just like that. Gently, though. Gently slapping. So let's go in, see what they're going to do on their side. We're going to see the Kirlia come down. Kirlia, normal, run-of-the-mill. Yeah, we know what you're doing. You're going to get the Gardevoir. You're going to put energy on your Mewtwo. You're going to blow my guys up. I get it. I get it, man. All right, so here we go. Got Mew EX. Now, Mew EX could potentially paralyze our Articuno, but not knock it out. They do have to flip a coin. They don't have Sleep Pendulum like we do. They ain't got it like that. So let's try to, okay, we draw a Pokeball. Let's use our Pokeball. Let's go in. Oh, okay, see? I manifested that, Drowsy. I manifested it. Sometimes you just gotta manifest. We can retreat, paralyze the Mewtwo. Misty's was so good here. Ice Beam, 60. Let's flip our coins. Coin flip counter. Let's see if we can flip heads. No heads. Coin flip counter, 0. Big old goose egg. 0. All right, so we did get him down to 7 HP. We have to think about the positives. They're going to probably hit us for 50 this turn, or even potentially retreat. That is the thing that can happen. And then they can go into Mew. Okay, they're not going to retreat. They're adding the energy. Giovanni, sure. Giovanni for the extra 10 damage with Psychic Sphere doing 60 to us. Now we do have the potential to paralyze them. It's a 50-50 shot. All right, so let's load the energy on the Tentacruel, because that's cool. Now we'll be cruel and evolve that into Tentacruel. We don't want a Sabrina's. We don't want a Leaf. Let's Ice Beam. Hitting it for 60. Okay, coin flip time. Coin flip counter. 0-0. All right, let's go. I love this. I love that for us. Okay, sure. All right, Mythical Slab. Gonna draw another Psychic Pokemon. Articuno is going bye-bye now. And they could potentially just, oh, okay. So they're going to put the Mew in there. That's fine. Mew is coming up, and they're going to hit us for 60? Sure. We don't have anything to paralyze them. Articuno's going down. The next thing that we have to draw is a Hypno. We need to Sleep Pendulum our way into victory, because in the game of TCG Pocket, if you're asleep, you can't retreat. You got to think about these things. So here we go. Tentacruel. Let's be cruel to this Mew. I know. You don't want to be mean when you're playing Pokemon, but let's Poison Tentacles. We don't have our Hypno yet. We haven't drawn our Hypno. Where is our Hypno? We're just going to poison this thing. It's going to go down to 70 HP. Mewtwo's got 10 HP. I could Sabrina's and see if they bring up Gardevoir, and then they can retreat Gardevoir. They're not going to be able to put energy anywhere else. I'm not sure if they're just going to go for a manual attach energy play this turn. That seems like what they could be doing as the Mewtwo player. I'm not sure. Let's see what else we're doing. Here. Waiting on our opponent just a little bit. So let's think through what we've got here. We've got Sabrina. We could Sabrina up their Ralts if they send the Ralts up here. Okay, they're coming back. They can hit us for 50 and just let their Mewtwo go down. Okay, so they're going to genome hacking. They're going to poison us. I think that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so we do get our Hypno. Okay, we got one Hypno. Let's load energy onto the Tentacruel. And then here we go. We're going to flip. Okay, so we hit Tails. Again, 3 Goose Eggs here. We're going to have to just go Poison Tentacles. They're poisoned. We take a knockout. We do get 2 points. I'm banging stuff underneath my desk here. We're getting 2 points, and we are in a good spot, I feel like. If they do take out the Tentacruel... Okay, so they're sending the Ralts up. I don't know if they understand that poison damage is going to... Okay, so they do understand. I underestimated my opponent. Psyshot, they're going to hit us. It's not going to be enough. We can potentially put them to sleep. If they don't evolve into Gardevoir this turn, we've got a chance. So there is definitely a chance. They're going to Smack. I love the names of these attacks too. Smack. It gets us knocked out. Okay, we have to draw a Tentacruel. We have to draw the Tentacruel. Can we draw the Tentacruel? We do! Look at us. Again, manifesting. Sometimes with these decks, you just have to manifest. What are you going to send up? Literally nothing. There's the Gardevoir. I kind of figured that. They can't evolve the Gardevoir. We can put it to sleep and poison it. Sleep Pendulum. Come on, coin flip counter. Yes! For you coin flip counters at home, that was 1. We flipped 1 heads so far. Now we have to wait to see if they come out of the sleep. Because next turn we win. We win next turn. All of our status conditions. And they're working. So they did wake up. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. They cannot one-shot us with Mewtwo this turn, though, because they need 2 energy in order to retreat. That other Mewtwo, that's scary. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. All right, they're going to Psy Shadow to themselves in the active spot. Then add another energy. What are they bringing up? Again, we can just Sleep Pendulum our way to victory in this matchup. Okay, there's the Kirlia. Sure. Our Sabrina's is still around. So we could put... Oh! Okay, sure. That means... That tells me that they don't have it. They got 1 card here. They're going to smack my Hypno. That's not nice. I gently slap you, and this is what I get. All right, so we can put Lapras into play, start loading that. And we can just leaf. Let's leaf here. Leaf out of the active. We don't need to Sleep Pendulum just yet. Let's put the Tentacruel in the active spot. Then Sleep Pendulum. Sequencing. All right. Okay, that's two. Two heads. Two heads, poison tentacles. Let's hit for 50. And they're poisoned and asleep. If they don't wake up. They just concede. They don't even care. Yes. Victory with our Articuno Tentacruel deck. Let's lock in for this other game here and see exactly what we're going to be playing up against. Hopefully it's something fun, something interesting, and that we can use all of our Pokemon and the abilities to just dominate this game. So here we go. We got the coin flip. We are going first, which is pretty good here. So let's see. Our hand is stacked with Pokemon and we have a research. Really good. I'm going to try to get down this Drowsy and maybe start loading some energy. Maybe we draw into a Misty. And it looks like we're playing against a Dark deck. So it's got the Coughing, probably a Wheezing. Do have Dark in their energy pool. And it looks like our research is going to draw us. Okay, we got a Tentacruel and a Misty's. Really good here. We can put down the Tentacruel to evolve it into a Tentacruel. And I think we're just going to pass the turn. Now, on our opponent's side, they're going to probably just hit into our Articuno. We have to keep in mind what the damage counters are on this Articuno because we don't want to go into the poison realm where our Pokemon's just going to get poisoned to death. I know that that's what's going to happen, and I'm really not excited for it. So we do draw the Tentacruel. If we can flip heads on Misty's here, and maybe load into our Articuno and paralyze this thing, even though it can evolve and get out of the paralysis. I know I always, like at first glance, I always mess up that word, but you know what? We're having a blast. So are we going to use the Misty's? Let's think about it a little bit more. Misty's, let's go for it. Fingers crossed. And no Misty's today. Unfortunate. There we go. Our first bad coin flip of this match. And we can evolve into a Tentacruel. We could always use Leaf and then just poison this thing. I think that that's where my mind's going. I want to block with Articuno. We have our second Articuno here anyway. We could always try to go for a Lapras play too at the end of the game. So they're going to poison us and attack us. They have 2 energy, which means that they don't have any Pokemon in hand. Seems pretty good for us. So we can go in and just poison this thing. Even okay, so we draw the Hypno, so we could put it to sleep so it can't attack us, and we can poison it with Tentacruel, so we could just evolve into the Tentacruel there. Let's put on our energy from the energy pool and use Leaf to retreat for free. That way we're going back. We're gonna put this up here. Now before we attack, let's go use Sleep Pendulum, and we do flip heads. Let's go. We flipped heads. All right. So we're going to go Poison Tentacles, and we're going to hit 50 in here, and then we are going to poison it. So you can't just poison us, Weezing. We're going to poison you. And they don't flip out of the sleep effect. Hypno does its job. Sleep Pendulum coming in clutch. We see our little poison worm over there. It's Tentacruel is now going to be poisoned because of the ability. If they go into like a Whirlipede and pick this thing up with Koga next turn, could be pretty bad. But we're going to be able to just take the point here because of Tentacruel. Now on the back end, we can start to either load up our Articuno for potential paralysis. Try saying that 5 times fast. And also we can load up one of our other water Pokemon. Now, leaving the bench slot open is important here. Okay, so they are going to... I think we're just going to give them the Articuno. We can retreat for 1 energy, and I think that that's just fine. We can still take a point here. Are they going to wake up? I don't think it even matters. They're not going to wake up. It doesn't matter here at all. So, let's see. We get our second Drowsy. We could put that down and get a second Hypno. I think right now let's focus on getting the Articuno out of the active. Let's bring back our Tentacruel. We don't even have to use Sleep Pendulum here. We're just going to Poison Tentacles for 50, taking the knockout, and we're getting that point. All right, here we go. Our first point of the game. They have only this Venipede ready to go on the field. So Not too much from their end. They could again evolve into a Whirlipede, and that's exactly what they're doing. Evolving into the Whirlipede. They're going to try to poison us, and then next turn they can go in the Scolipede, and Scolipede... Oh, wow. Okay, so they're just going to... I think I'm going to give them the Articuno again. We don't have any retreat cards in our hand, no retreat supporters, and, you know, it's doing its thing. We're getting there, we're getting closer. Do we... Okay, so yeah, the probability that we're in a top deck a retreat supporter or retreat card is not great. So here we go. We got the 10 poison damage. We're still not knocked out, which is great. We did draw a supporter, not the one we wanted, so let's use this research here. Let's draw 2 cards, and we get our Misties and a Leaf. So we knew it was close. We got the secondary Articuno because we can Misties again. We're just going to retreat manually this time and go into the Tentacruel. Not poisoned anymore. We can potentially put this thing to sleep. Let's go. Fingers crossed again. And we don't get it this time. No big deal. Our second bad coin flip here. We're just going to poison this thing and hope for the best. It is poisoned now. So now we're going to see what our opponent has. Maybe they bench another Pokemon. Maybe they retreat. Who knows? We're going to have to see what happens next. Not being poisoned is pretty good. Taking 70 damage for 2 turns seems okay. They attach another energy. They're not doing well with Pokemon on that side of the field today. Alright, so we are going to take the 70 damage. Maybe we can put it to sleep for 2 turns. That could be kind of funny. Thinking out loud here, some of the math is we're going to hit it for 50. It's going to be poisoned going into their turn. Let's flip for Misties first. Oh, our Misties hits. Let's go. Misties hitting 3 heads. Okay, so we can hit it 50, 10 for poison, coming back into our turn, 10 more. We could really just hit it with, let the poison stick. And then we're just going to retreat here and go into this Articuno. We don't have to worry about it. We're just hitting for 60. They're poisoned, and they're not paralyzed, which is fine. So there's no poison. They're not paralyzed. They're not asleep. Our coin flips weren't great, but we're still doing pretty good. We can still take the second point of this game. Now, here comes their secondary coughing. Are they just going to retreat manually? Oh, okay. They are going to retreat manually. They're going to play the X speed, go back down to the bench. We could see the coughing coming up here, and coughing can just bop us. They could potentially Wheezing next turn, and Wheezing is going to get that poison damage. If they scoop this thing up, they can hit us for a lot and just start taking knockouts. I don't want that to happen. So here we go. Let's go ahead and just thin the deck with Pokeball. Just going to get a Tentacruel. We're going to load our secondary Articuno here. And that's... Okay, so no sleep here. Hypno not wanting to do what it's supposed to do. We're going to hit them for 60. Let's flip for paralysis. No paralysis. Again, these coin flips don't matter because they can just evolve next turn. The coin flips next turn, however, those ones are going to matter. So let's see what else we got here. We got the Wheezing. We knew Wheezing was coming. They're going to poison us, so Scolipede can just bop us next turn. I don't want it to happen. And a Koga! They could bop us this turn! I didn't even think about that play. That's crazy. Here we go. Articuno is going down. And there we go, a fresh Wheezing on the bench. Venoshock, gonna hit us for 120. Now, we are gonna have to play this one pretty carefully. I wanna see what we could do here. We're gonna go ahead and just put, probably, yeah, let's go with the Tentacruel. Ooh, I could Sabrina's. I don't know if I want a Sabrina's just yet. So... let's go here with the Tentacruel. Let's go Leaf into this Tentacruel and just smack it for 20. That's actually so funny. It's actually... Are we going to gently slap our way to our next point? Here we are! Gentle slap, 20 damage. That knocks out their Pokemon. And now all they have is a Wheezing in hand to poison our Tentacruel, and our Tentacruel can come right up. We can put them to sleep. We can poison them. I don't know if they're coming back from this one, chat. Here's their Professor Research. Are they going to try to go into another Venipede? That could be the play. There's the Pokeball. Okay. I'm seeing the play. I'm seeing it happen. And we can actually just Sabrina's next. Oh no, not the red card. Not the red card. Holy moly. Okay, so we get Sabrina's back. Everything's fine. We got Sabrina's back. We're going to be doing okay. So we are poisoned. We're going to get hit for 30. And now what I could do is I could Sabrina's attached to the Tentacruel. It doesn't even matter. We don't have to put it to sleep. Tentacruel's just putting in work this game. So we're going to retreat and go into the Sabrina's. Sabrina's can, you know, I hit Sleep Pendulum not thinking that we're just winning this game. I'm just like on autopilot mode. You know what that's like? So we're just going to actually, yeah, we're not even going to do that. We're going to play the long game. I'm just going to go ahead and do the Poison Tentacles here. I just want to see if they've got anything. So there's the Whirlipede. I know that we had game on board, but let's make this game last a little bit longer. We want to give them a fair chance. We're going to go ahead and get poisoned. They are... Okay, they're going to Koga and poison us. That's fine. That's fine. So we could potentially just go into double Pokemon. We could put them to sleep. We can poison this one. And we don't put them to sleep. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to poison Tentacles. I want to get the full spectrum of how this deck works here today. And that's why we just didn't go for the auto win here. We want to play. We want to have a good time. And here we go. We've got Coughing loading up with energy. And we're poisoned, so now they can do max damage. Maybe they're trying to go for a high score of damage. Let's give it to them. All right, so they are no longer poisoned. We got to try to put them to sleep. We can use Articuno here. It's dicey. We could lose this game. Now we're on the edge of our seats. Let's add the energy from the energy pool to Articuno. We're going to evolve into our Tentacruel. And then let's put down another Drowsy just because. Sleep Pendulum, please. Let's flip. Oh no. Okay, so we can still paralyze here. Let's try to go for a paralysis. Hey, we got it. They're paralyzed. Not much else they can do here. We tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. We tried to flip as many coins as we could on this matchup. And okay, so they got the Wheezing, and that they're just gonna concede, and that's the game. We got our victory here with Tentacruel. All right, love that. All right, we had so much fun with this list. It was absolutely awesome. Again, the coin flip counter went crazy here. We were counting all kinds of things. We were status conditioning our opponents out the wazoo, and I had a blast playing it. Honestly, I think these decks are super fun. If you're a casual player like myself or a free-to-play player, make sure you're trying to get cards like this and also just playing on the ladder. Have fun with the game. It is a competitive game, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. So if you love Pokemon as much as I do, make sure that you're hitting the like button. Again, commenting down below on what deck profile you'd like to see next. We're going to release some news here on the new A2 set. If you haven't checked out my other video about the A2 set, make sure you're going down in my channel and checking that out too. And as always, please subscribe to the channel because the more subscribers I have, the more content I can bring to you, and it's always helpful. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I appreciate you. I'm PJ signing off from PJ's TCG Pocket. We will catch you next time.